Welcome guys, today I have for you a Tos model DUA J28. This machine is wired for 220 volts and it does have a 440 transformer attached to it. On the back of the machine there are a couple tanks, one of them being a coolant tank, and then we also got the lubrication tank and I believe a hydraulic tank. Hydraulic tank is built in with the machine. A lubrication tank is just off to the side to lubricate the head. So that's what you hear right now, and that will turn off when we go into our ID spindle attachment, which we will get into later on in the video. Right now we're set up for OD, and we'll go ahead and show you a couple features. Starting off with our hydraulic button, and then right next to it we got our spindle button. And lastly, the headstock, get that running as well. And then we do have the coolant off to the side. I did just turn it on. I'm gonna turn it off because there's no liquid in there. And then these switches tell you if you want to go into an automatic cycle, so on and so forth, which I have it set to right now. This machine does do plunge, traverse, and a traverse plunge as well. And along with the ID spindle, as I mentioned. And then our tailstock right here is also powered by hydraulics. Let's get the hydraulics on. As you can see, our lever does get activated right over there. Just needs a little bit of time. The oil's been drained down just a little bit, but once we get the machine up and running, it will work a lot better. So let's get right into a cycle. This one is going to be a traverse cycle that will feed both left and right. Sorry about that, just had the table off, but once you get the table off, if we want to bring the camera right here, you can see that we are now down feeding whatever increments that we do have it set for, which is indicated by one of these knobs right next to it. So I could open up the travel or close it. Right next to it is the speed of my table, which also has a soft feature where every time that it hits one of these little pegs in here, it will slow down. Just like that, and then it'll speed back up to its normal space. And as you can see right there, we did just finish our cycle. It does have a spark out right here, that right now I have it set very low. And we're actually just gonna run that cycle one more time so you get an idea of it. Like I said, we have the soft jaws right there, which are indicated by that. And then this is going to be our dwell counter right here. Let's turn all that off now. And then this is going to indicate how much we feed in for both fine and coarse. And then, as I mentioned, this is going to be our spark out. Just going to open that up all the way so it gets quicker. And we're just going to run that. So off to the side, we could choose whether it's going to feed on either left, right, or both. And then if you bring the knob down 180 degrees, it will just do a plunge feed. So go ahead and demonstrate that right now. Let that go back for you. So as I mentioned, just bring that all the way down, and then we're ready for a plunge feed or a traverse plunge, whichever one you'd like. So if you'd like the straight plunge, you just go ahead, turn off the table and go that way. And then it will go ahead, spark out and finish up. So there you go. So with that being said, let's go ahead and move on over to our ID grinding. So where we left off, I mentioned that I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate our ID spindle. As you can see right now, we don't have one in here. but feel free to reach out to us and we will help you find one or provide one for you. But with that being said, we'll go ahead and just run the motor. We want to start our hydraulics, and then with our head down, it deactivates a little button right there to shut off the main wheel along with the lubrication tank that's in the back. And from there, you could go ahead and do your grinding. As you can see right now, we're in a plunge. So it's slowly going in, and then same concept as before, it's gonna spark out just a little bit and then return back home. And then we could also do our traverse as well. We could also make the table go left and right as we do it, which is as simple as pull this lever up and then pull towards you. And now we can get our table going back and forth in a plunge fashion, or we could switch over our features to where we're only feeding left or right, or on both. So that's what I'm going to demonstrate right now. You can run this machine manually if you'd like, with the power of our hand wheels right here, along with a couple other features off to the side. And then we do have a feed rate over here, which I believe goes up to 1 micron, if I'm not mistaken. And then we also have the adjustable speed right here for our headstock, which is indicated by these 2 levers and this little chart right here, depending on what kind of speed you like. Just one more time, I'd like to demonstrate our ID grinding in the traverse grinding section. All in all, good machine. Our coolant tank right here does have a magnetic separator, which is pretty handy. And that basically wraps it all up for this machine. One more thing is I would like to mention this table does swivel over here. Looks like it's about an 8-degree protractor on here. And that basically wraps it all up. So again, this will be our Tos model BUAG 28, wired for 220 volts with a 440 transformer on it. Thank you very much.